Hey everyone, happy Sunday. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. And I think Katie said it best. Come on, fall. Well, you can notice at the bottom of the screen it says cold front coming soon. And it is, but we still have some hot days ahead. Did you know there was a record tying day in Fayetteville? Do we have any rain coming? I think we do by the end of the weekend, and I'm going to show you why I think so. But let's get right to it. Don't want to waste the time because I got a newscast coming up here at the end of the Bears Packers game, which, by the way, if you're a big Bears fan, maybe not so happy right now. If you're a Packers fan, things are looking a little good. I don't know the name of the music on the countdown, Richard. So hope everybody had. Oh, that was good. That was nice. That was a nice pass right there. Got the Packers way down the field. I hope everybody had a good weekend. You can definitely tell that heat and humidity is back, and we're starting to see a little bit of active weather just to the north. In fact, check this out on Mega Doppler. Now, this isn't anywhere around us, just to let you know. This is in northeastern Missouri, western Illinois. There you see Davenport, Fort Madison. Just to give you an idea, here's St. Louis on the screen. So this is like in extreme northeastern Missouri and southeastern Iowa, and tornado warning in western Illinois. I mean, we're talking far rural western Illinois. So this is some pretty active weather and some storm activity, and that's how far the jet stream's making it now. However, we've got some differences coming our way as we're going to see some jet stream energy drop south. So check this out. The high temperature, 93 degrees today as the voice cracks, 92 in Harrison. And how does that stack up with the records? Well, it ties a record set back in 1955 for us. However, Fort Smith missed it by that much, not by much. All right. So what is ahead? Here's our weather headlines, and this is what we're going to talk about on the newscast tonight. But if you can't stay up late after the game and watch us live, then I'll give you a little sneak peek what's going on. Humid weather to start the week. That's what we're going to see. I mean, you step out the door now, you could feel that humidity coming back. You could feel it a little bit too as we moved into our basically Saturday night and Sunday. You could feel that mugginess coming back. Oh, was Reed on that? I bet Reed was on that. There was an enhanced risk for northeastern Missouri and western Illinois. Storm Prediction Center did a good time. If you have time, how is that Alaska storm going to impact us? So that's a good question. I think it does impact us, and I think it comes down on Sunday. I think we get some storm activity on Sunday, and I right now I only have 20%, as I'll show you here in just a bit. But the mosquitoes are terrible this time of the year. Yes, Roby, they definitely are. So here is the rest of the weather headlines. A cold front comes in Wednesday night. So the deal is we've got very hot weather Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, record breaking. I'll show you how it could be record breaking 2 days in the River Valley, maybe even 3 days. One day, I think, for Northwest Arkansas, but it could be two. But the cold front comes in Wednesday night, dropping the temperatures for Thursday. And then storm chances for Sunday PM, question mark, just because this was introduced in the forecast today. So I only went 20%, but I was contemplating 30, but we'll see if the models have it in there. But I think there's going to be some better rain chances by the end of the weekend. So check this out. We're 95 degrees, 96, and 96, by the way, on Wednesday will be a record. And there's the extended outlook showing on Thursday and Friday. Beautiful weather for the Northwest Arkansas Championship presented by P&G. And so that'll be nice. Here's a look at the satellite and radar, and this is why the storms are north of us. This is why the humidity came back. High pressure shifted off to the east, and so we've got that southerly wind. And we'll take a look at that Alaska storm here in just a bit. But there's the front, and there's the jet stream energy. If we go to the water vapor, you can definitely see the energy that far north, making it into, yeah, look at that big dip in the jet stream. There's the system right there. You can see it moving through Minneapolis, and on the tail edge, there's the thunderstorms erupting tonight. So kind of a late evening chase. Jake, I'm talking about record highs for the days. So literally the 19th, 20th, and 21st. So September 19th, the record high, September 20th, the record high, and September 21st will be close to record highs. But there's a look at that enhanced risk. And so the Storm Prediction Center doing a bang-up job on this risk. If you want to see too, they had the tornado potential. They dropped it down now. It's 5%, but it was a 10% hatched area earlier. Bet you hail is hatched though. With the day one outlook. Yeah, see, very large hail from what I saw from some of these storms. So, anyways, that's north of us. Tomorrow, the risk is east of us and west of us. And then on Tuesday night and a Wednesday, it's not even close either. So, we've got a ridge of high pressure that's in place. That ridge is going to keep things very hot and also very humid as well. So here's the 2-day forecast timeline. You'll see those temperatures in the upper 80s, lower 90s, and the lower 90s on Tuesday. And here's a look at, let's see here. The heat index forecast is going to show you how things are going to get pretty hot. I think this is underdone too. It was already felt like 100 in the River Valley, but Thursday, Friday, much, much cooler. Some of the hits I want to go with the high resolution satellite. This is Fiona, which is now a hurricane. Looks like it's about to make landfall again as it strengthens. And it made landfall in southwestern Puerto Rico. You can see that eye wall passing right over southwestern Puerto Rico. 85-mile-an-hour sustained winds, Category 1 hurricane. Looks to be making a run now as it gets closer to, as you can see, the Dominican Republic. And there it is. Looks like it might even be developing an eye a little bit. So it's kind of got that look. It's a little asymmetric, but you remember the National Hurricane Center didn't really have that as a hurricane. They had it as a tropical storm the whole time. However, I will say this, that they got the track pretty much right, because you'll see, I made a little bit of a jog, but the thing is right now is that it is going west-southwest and then kind of going northwest. It made a little bit of what we call a jog. Now it's going to be moving northwest and then it moves out to sea. It's not going to affect the United States. However, do you see that little island right there, Bermuda? Bermuda could be in trouble as it's getting close. And remember, this is the cone of uncertainty. So at the end of the week, Bermuda, ooh, man, and it could be very close to a Category 3. So I don't know about you, but if you've ever been to Bermuda and have been fortunate enough to go to Bermuda, it's not the best island to be for a hurricane. It is so remote. It's so low. There's not much elevation. And so it's definitely a little bit of an issue for sure for hurricanes. So, and it's kind of wide out in the open. So that's something that we'll be watching. All right. That Gulf look. Yep. Thing gets in the Gulf lookout. It's not going to get into the Gulf, Jake. There's no way. This trough that's coming through right now across the northern United States, that's going to kick it way east, and that's not going to be a factor around here. I do want to go back to that water vapor because I know you had questions about the big storm in Alaska. And the big storm in Alaska is eventually going to, and we got to go out wider on this. Yeah, look at that. A lot of jet stream energy right here. So there's a look right there. A lot of jet stream energy. There's the big system that's affecting the Aleutian Islands. And so that system's going to ride up and over the ridge and then crash down. And then look at the west coast of the United States. Big storm system and thunderstorms and rain. And that thing's kind of just churning out there. And so that really doesn't impact us much. But I will show you on the jet stream map that hot weather is moving in. And there's that big trough of low pressure. Still a strong ridge over us, as you can see, but then that ridge gets subsided. So this is when that front is going to be allowing to move in. And look at that. That's actually a pretty substantial dip in the jet stream for the end of the weekend. This is on Sunday, and that little dip in the jet stream right there could lead to some thunderstorm activity. And personally, I believe it, even though the models just kind of introduced it at the last second. So let me show you what it looks like here on the model. So this is Sunday. And there's the front coming in, and then there's the thunderstorms. Now, it's showing it now, and this is the first time it's introduced it, but it makes sense if that, in fact, does bring thunderstorm activity. So without further ado, let's show you the 7-day forecast, and then I'm going to get to some of your questions and stuff like that. So we got mid-90s, and you can see 94, 95, 96, and southwesterly winds. That's going to really heat things up. Morning lows around 70. Thursday is the start of the Autumnal Equinox. That's the beginning of fall. Friday is the first day of the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship presented by P&G. And then you've got Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, by the way, is the Emergency Preparedness Fair. Now, if you don't know anything about this, we'll talk about it on the newscast throughout the week. But it's a fun event at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which is in Bentonville, 1101 McCollum Drive. It goes from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it's a great place to get your family prepared for the upcoming severe weather season and the next time a severe weather disaster might strike, or not even a severe weather disaster. It could be a mental disaster. It could be a physical disaster. It could be a natural disaster. There's a lot of things. The storms of life, essentially, including if the Bears run this kick all the way back, that would be a disaster. But anyways, there's the record highs, 96. Set back in 1954. So I'm going 94 for the high tomorrow. We were 93 today. We could easily hit 96, but I don't think we do. 97 at Drake Field, 1954. I think we missed it by one. But look at the record high for Wednesday, 1955, 94. It might be kind of tiny on your screen at home, but that's 94 set back in 1955. So I think that record, if anything, is going to fall on Wednesday. There's the start of the autumnal equinox at 8:03, 8:04, depending on what site you look at. Either way, it's right after 8. And then notice the temperature drop. Look at the morning low, mid-50s on Thursday and Friday. So we do have a pretty substantial front. However, it is kind of moisture starved. So we might be introducing rain chances later on in the week. But as of the moment now, it doesn't have a whole lot of thunderstorm activity with it. And that is a good question. How do we get a front that comes through like that and it doesn't bring any rain? Well, that's because the energy moves out, but the temperatures are going to drop behind the front. And it does bring a little bit of rain. And so it just doesn't make it in here, which is why I didn't include at the moment a 20%, Jake. So you say, how do we drop off on Thursday without rain and thunderstorms? We need some rain. These dirt roads are really dry. You're no doubt about that, Jake. And so I think there will be some rain and storms in southwest Missouri, but I don't think it's here. You can see the way that though the front kind of clears out. But look at the temperature drop is going to be pretty good. And the dew point drop is going to be good too. But that comes racing back because it heats up again. And then there's another front that comes through on Sunday. And I'm not necessarily looking for a significant severe with that, but I think some thunderstorm potential will be possible. Is this a pick? Oh, yeah. Picked it off. Yeah. And we're getting close to the end of the game. So let's go back to that 7-day and show you the River Valley forecast, because I think the River Valley is going to be breaking some records, especially Tuesday and Wednesday. And it could even be tomorrow. 99, I mean, we're going 99. If it hits up one more degree higher, then it would be 100, 1954, 99, 1954, 98. So again, Wednesday, I think those records are definitely going to fall. And temperatures aren't dropping as much in the River Valley. Morning lows will still be nice and cool on Friday, but that's kind of what we're looking at there. And if we load up we'll go back to we got the jet stream map. Let's see here. Yep. I need to mow again, so it'll rain soon. Murphy's Law. Isn't that the truth? Next time you need to mow, it'll be raining. So, anyways, guys, I think that about covers it. New tornado warning just issued. This is for Western Illinois. And so Jacksonville, Illinois, Mount Sterling. Pretty impressive storm. Let's look at the storm relative velocity. Yeah, that storm's really cranking up. It's kind of riding that. There's kind of like a front here. So we got the radar that's located up here. You can tell because the radials spread out. So red colors, rain moving away from the radar, and the blue colors is, hydrometeors or whatever is in the storm moving towards the radar. So when you have away and towards right next to each other, there's your circulation and there's your couplet that's happening. That's a pretty impressive couplet. It's a little too far away from the radar to see debris. And if we look at the spectrum width, it's definitely there. So, yeah, no doubt, pretty intense storm that is prompting a tornado warning, and for good reason. it needs to. It's a pretty impressive storm. All right. Any questions at all? So the dip in the jet stream will bring some rain, but not until the end of the weekend, I think. Maybe Thursday, but here's another model that shows the front coming through and the drop, but it doesn't show any precipitation. But then here's the system coming through on Sunday. And so it's also got some rain and storms with some instability with that front coming through, and then temperatures will be a little cooler, but that kind of gives you an idea. All right, so that sums it up. So hot the next 3 days. Front comes in on Thursday. Beautiful weather for the first and second day of the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship presented by P&G. Great weather for the Razorbacks. Obviously, it's in Jerry's world, so it could be indoors, and they could close the dome, so there's no weather effects there. I don't think they will have the dome closed, personally, depending on what happens. They might, because it gets too hot on Saturday in Texas. And then front comes in and drops the temperatures, and then next week we've got kind of, I don't know, we're leveling out on the precipitation. Had a good week, though. On Friday, did that golf ball drop for the Rogers Little Chamber. That was a lot of fun. Almost put one in the hole. Had it about this far away. Could not do a Facebook Live while I was doing that because that was kind of tricky. And then the Razorback game, I think I lost a few years in anticipation and worry. And the Bears are pulling off Bears are coming away with a loss. So Packers won 27-10. Game's over. And so fourth quarter is up, and we'll be on after post game. So actually not too late of a game. That's good. It went along pretty quick. And let's see what else. Okay, so Monday, tomorrow, this is kind of cool and something that I just wanted to share. Tomorrow, you'll be seeing a picture with me, Matt, and Darby, all three chiefs, and a National Weather Service warning coordination meteorologist for Tulsa. He's going to be playing with us. So we're playing golf for Arkansas Veterans Village. Should be a really fun time, and that's our foursome, a bunch of meteorologists, and so that'll be a fun time. So you'll see some photos of me, Matt, and Darby, and Ed all golfing at the same time. So we'll see who's the best golfer. I know Ed's pretty good. Darby's saying he's not so good, and I don't know how Matt's game is, but it'll be fun. Maybe we'll do a Facebook Live. Of course, I'll just do it on my page, but that'd be pretty fun. Yeah, Reed Timmer's always on it, always on the storms, man. It's a grind. He never stops chasing. So, and I will say this, that since the jet stream's getting closer and dipping a little farther south, it looks like some storms will be, right around the corner. We might be hot all the way through the end of September. We get a little bit of a brief cool down, warms back up, but October could get interesting. Don't know about the winter. I see all your pictures that you're sending in of the persimmon seeds and the woolly worms. In fact, I saw a lot of black woolly worms, and we're going to get in October. We'll start making that always, important and always frustrating winter forecast. So we'll see what this year brings. Never know. You never know. The weather can do what it wants. All right, guys. Well, that does it for me. You have a good muggy at the amp. Oh yeah, Goo Goo Dolls was tonight. That's right. I forgot about that. Let's see if we got Goo Goo Dolls. Man, I totally blanked out on that. Didn't you realize? Did you remember that, Chad? Nah, me too. Totally forgot. Goo Goo Dolls. Those worms are confused. I believe it. Chad's just in mourning right now. Looks so good too. No, that's what I was saying. Yeah. Yeah, I bet you muggy at the Goo Goo Dolls concert. Definitely muggy for sure. But at least it's not storming. Oh yeah, concert's still going on. We'll show that tonight. Wish those temperatures would slide and slide down into the 50s and 40s like it was late last week. Man, the weather was so nice. Those mornings, the last few mornings were just amazing. So, yeah, Goo Goo Dolls. I'm pretty sure that's who it is. Let's see here. Yeah, Goo Goo Dolls with Blue October, September 18th. And Alice in Chains is Tuesday. So just a few concerts left. Not many. Matchbox 20 is still on there for 2023. If they cancel that, then it's like three in a row. Third time's a charm. Hopefully they don't. All right, guys. Have a good one. Take care. We'll see you later. And we'll let you know how it goes golfing tomorrow. Should be fun. Chad's golfing in the Pro-Am. What time's your tee time?
8:30.
8:30. Who do you know who you're playing with?
Mike Allen, Joel Kelsey, and
How about the pro?
I think Alyssa in our group. Oh, the pro, I don't know.
You don't know? Don't know the pro?
No. I haven't seen that yet.
Okay. Well, you have to let me know.
Okay.
All right. Take care. Have a good one. We will see you later and enjoy your week.